Ah, 2020. The hits keep coming, right? Everything that was once fun, everything that was entertaining at one point, we're evolving. We're getting better, they say. And while that is true, half of the time, the other half of the time we need to check ourselves every once in a while. We have to stop trying to cancel everything and put everything into perspective. For instance, last week, a WWE 3-hour television show had a couple of segments combined, a couple minutes tops. They had maybe a few seconds airtime, but there were some women that were dancing, right? Maybe some real short shorts, maybe one of those little cut tops. Some beautiful women dancing, that's all. Few seconds when you add it all together, that's all, on an entertainment show. And today's culture, man, they jumped at it. Fans were all over social media. This is what we're still doing in 2020? Is this really what we're doing? Women are dancing in short shorts? I feel some type of way about this. You even have Alundra Blaze, former WWE and WCW superstar, once known as Medusa. Alundra Blaze, pissed off, leaving tweets. Some people should not have Twitter, I'm telling you right now. Some people should be fucking banned from social media. But you have Alundra Blaze, even Lance Storm got in on it. This week, there's no dancers, right? And it would have made sense to have them, especially with Shayna Baszler showing up. She could have ran them off, right? Because it's okay to have beautiful women dancing and real tough, badass women that fight. It's okay to have them coexist in the same world. You can actually have fun with that on the show. But no, because people like Alundra Blaze and so many dipshitted fans complained, bitch, and moaned that this isn't an evolution for females. We couldn't even have the dancers this week to have Shayna Baszler have some fun with them. So we had Shayna Baszler beating up the real housewives of WWE, Karen and her friends, Cassandra and dipshit Diana. Alundra Blaze said this after last week's Raw when they had the dancers for a couple of segments, just a few seconds at a time. This is what Alundra Blaze took to Twitter afterwards and said, "So, we are bringing back half-naked women in the same breath of promoting the evolution and equality of women? Yes, this is entertainment. Yes, this is a skit. Yes, this is acting. Yes, these are wrestlers. Why resort to women sexually dancing opening a show? Not men in Speedos, ? None of this even makes sense. She literally says and admits, yes, this is a skit. Yes, this is entertainment. Yes, this is acting. So what's her point? Then she goes into why resort to women sexually dancing opening a show. First of all, they didn't open a show. Secondly, what do you mean why? Because it's entertainment. Women dancing will forever be a part of entertainment. I have a very good friend from high school that travels the world with some well-known musicians. Whether you like them or not, or like their music, hey, that's in the eye of the beholder. But I'm talking Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Puff Daddy at one point, and the people under his label. I mean, she had some reputable people that she had worked for, and she traveled the country on tours with. Her job is to dance. Many of the times, it's in outfits that are not to the liking of people like Alundra Blaze, I can tell you that much. It's going to be short shorts. It's going to be cut tops. It's going to almost look like they are naked. It's an entertainment show. If that's what Britney Spears and the management team wants from the dancers, why not? It's a show. It's theatrics. It is a show, and you admit that. Yes, this is entertainment. Yes, it's acting. Yes, it's a skit. So why do it? You just said why. It is a TV show. It's entertainment. Not men in Speedos, she says. Well, how about because the pro wrestling audience is mostly dudes? The women are gaining more traction, no question, and that's awesome. But for the foreseeable future, that's just facts. there are more dudes watching. A, that's why there was not men in Speedos at that juncture. Number two, more importantly, Alundra, at that time, that week, it was a men's underground fight club. That's just what it is. Men can have things, Alundra. It doesn't always have to be women have to be involved in everything because of equality. Sometimes men can just have their own thing. Women can have their own thing. It's okay to have that. You don't have to join forces for everything. We don't need to see females in the National Football League. Create your own. And if you're good enough, if it's dominant, if people want to tune in, if there's interest, people will watch a women's football league. If people are not tuning in, guess what? There's not enough interest. You can't force people to be interested. It's a men's underground fight club. Until this week when Shayna Baszler showed up. But last week it was a men's underground fight club, Alundra. So why not men in Speedo, she asked. Because it's gonna be kind of weird for a men's underground fight club to have men in Speedos. Now I know the world's getting gayer by the fucking day, and that's cool, man. That's in the eye of the beholder. That's whatever they fucking choose. Any type of discrimination is not tolerated, nor should it be. That goes with the Ant-Man. If I'm walking down the street and somebody's getting fucking picked on or bullied because of something that isn't really affecting anyone else, then I'm gonna stand up for that person. But there's no question, the world is getting fucking gayer. That still doesn't mean men in Speedos on a men's underground fight club should be what we're viewing. Because factually, the evidence doesn't stack up to have such. Alundra, we're going by evidence, facts, and just common sense. I know common sense ain't so common anymore. But that's why you didn't see men in Speedos last week, Alundra Blaze. It was a men's underground fight club. And on top of that, you admit it's entertainment. What is your issue then? The fact that you can't do that? The fact it pisses you off? Because why? Because they're not putting on some boots and beating people up? Every woman has to follow your line of womanship? Women can be beautiful and sexy and want to dance and make money from it. There's nothing wrong with that. They weren't stripping, dude. They were just dancing. If you show up to Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, or anybody's concert, a lot of times you're going to see women. Scantily clad, if that's the words you want to use, that's fine. But you're going to see that. But no, we have to cancel everything these days. Because if a woman is not wearing a suit, a man's suit, then fucking, or not going for a CEO position or a head of a management firm, then that's not equality. Women can no longer dance on TV shows. No, that's a step backwards. I have a friend, as I said, she travels the world dancing. And if you want to cancel this, then where does it end? You're not going to see her too much anymore on tours with any of the biggest acts in the country. She'll be out of a job. At least with the concerts, they did bring in some more men as well, and it's evened out, so people like you, Alundra, won't have such a fit. But there's many songs that just call for the ladies to be out there. Alundra, you can't just culture cut out everything. Culture cancel it all. You can't do that, man. A lot of these women make money from this. They're good at it. They're beautiful. They have a career. There's professional dancers. My friend is one of them, and she busts her ass. Not every woman dancer is a fucking stripper. Even if on a television show, it looks that way. Lance Storm chimed in after Alundra sent that tweet out, and Lance Storm says this: I agree with your point completely, Alundra. I will pop huge, though, if they do a women's underground and have 3 Chip and Dale type dancers. If you're going to have eye candy, at least do it for everyone. Hashtag equality. What is he talking about? What does this have to do with equality? It was an underground fight club. It was just a few seconds, and it added to the atmosphere. It's just women dancing. Nothing got set back. The evolution is still full throttle as long as you have badass women that are going out there and being badass. That's cool. Not every woman has to be a fighter. Not every woman has to stop dancing or not be on a TV show because they're not whooping ass. What is this guy talking about? Shut up, Lance! The WWE audience, pro wrestling at large, is mostly dudes still to this day. That's just a fact. So that's why you don't see Chip and Dale dancers. Trust me, as somebody that loves Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, every year I go there. I said this story twice already, once this past week, on yesterday's live stream, I believe. They canceled the best show, which was called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, because the show consisted largely of women that were dancing with some nice skimpy outfits, no question. And so many people had a problem with that. So in the last couple of years, they brought out more men to equal it up. And we were fine with it. Whatever. At least with that show, there's more of a women-male ratio, right? Unlike pro wrestling. It was more evened out. So we didn't complain, right? The alpha men, like the amplified man, we didn't complain. We said, all right, bring them in. The women can focus on that. We'll be focusing on the females, and it adds to the show. Everything's awesome. So they did that for 2 years. What happened was people still complained, we don't feel that women should be dancing in short shorts. This is too bad, and women deserve to be in suits now and fighting for CEO positions. And as long as they're looked at as dancers, then that's a step backwards. Bullshit. These people, they have careers. They're not strippers. They have careers as dancers. It's a real thing, and entertainment needs that. So you're taking away jobs. That show, canceled. Bill and Ted's is canceled. Believe that. And you say, oh, BC, that's because the show got stale. And no, the show was the most popular thing every year. The most popular. I'm telling you, I was there every year. And you say, oh, BC, there's going to be a show that's going to replace it that'll have the same thing. No, there's not. Now it's just like literally like this weird techno. I don't even know what it is. It still has dancers, sort of, but it's fucking out. It's not even a show anymore. You know, the dancing part of Bill and Ted's, that was just a portion of the show that made it what it was. The real show is obviously Bill and Ted and all the skits that were in the show. The dancers added volume to make that show what it was. You're taking away these aspects, and for what? Because it doesn't fit your culture? It doesn't fit your evolution? People like you that think that these type of situations take people back are the people that are really taking it back and ruining any type of an evolution that's possible. Because you're looking for every little thing. And you got your panties in a bunch for every little thing. Empowerment of women is doing a lot of different things. Better than a lot of different people. A woman can kick ass. A woman can be dancing. A woman can be cooking. A woman could be driving a monster truck. Alundra. Sound familiar? And I don't know what Lance Storm is talking about. Chippendales on a mostly male-dominated pro wrestling sports entertainment show like WWE Raw. Past 10 o'clock. And then there was 26-year-old, 5'4" badass chick named Liv Morgan, who came in with a voice of reason. And Liv Morgan tweeted out this: even during this firestorm of equality and evolution being taken back, Liv Morgan said, and I quote, "Hey, Raw Underground, can we bring back the dancers next week?" She said that after this past week. And of course, she took a lot of heat from opposing opinions. But Liv Morgan didn't back down. Liv Morgan doubled down. And Liv Morgan said this within the last 24 hours, and I quote, "We have come so far in the evolution, and with no signs of it slowing down, I don't think it's in any danger. Showing beautiful women proudly dancing doesn't hurt anything. Empower all women." And she even put in parentheses, it's a huge money maker for these women as well. Because this is their career. You know, I just, how did we get here where somebody's opinion is now the be-all, end-all? And anybody that opposes their opinion gets canceled out. How did we get to this point, and why are we here, and why are people putting up with it? We literally, on a show that is past 10 o'clock, we can't have some fucking women that are far from naked, far from it. We can't just have some women adding atmosphere to a television entertainment show, because that's what it is at the end of the day. We're taking it back. We still have movies that are going to have strip club scenes. You're going to have women on stage. What are you going to say? How dare that movie have a strip club scene? You can't just take away the fucking atmosphere or the scene in the movie because your butt hurt and your panties are in a bunch. Or because you think this is so unfair. Instead of having a strip club scene, you should be in an office where the female is the boss. That doesn't fit the fucking movie. It doesn't fit the movie. You're at a strip club where men are going to look at females in a movie. All right, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say there should be more men on stage? It's a gentleman's club. The gentlemen are going to look at it's the gentleman's 2 hours to get away from their life for a minute, enjoy some drinks, and look at some beautiful women. Why would there be men on stage? Just so there's equality? You gotta look at the situation, the circumstance. Why does everything have to be equal to everything? Sometimes it's just not. Sometimes a show or a situation, a circumstance, a scene in a movie, an entertainment show, sometimes it just calls for something. You watch a TV show with a white family. Do you sit back and go, why isn't there a black person in the family? Because it's a white family. They didn't go and adopt somebody, maybe. That's why you don't see a fucking Chinese kid in the family. Or if it's a show about a Chinese family and there's no white kid in there. Why is there not a white kid in the Chinese family? Because they didn't go and adopt a white kid? I don't know what you want from me. The show is about a Chinese family. It's a weird world where everybody is butthurt if they're not represented. It was a men's underground fight club. There was 3 or 4 women that were just doing some fucking... And this was just tame dancing. Tame. They're probably professional dancers. Who knows? A lot of these segments, they actually call for professional dancers who make money for a living doing real dancing. I bet you they can bust a move. Like Naomi. Because she's a pro dancer, man. She did some sports teams and stuff. I think Orlando Magic. You know, but if the scene just calls for like just dancing like that, almost stripper type, then that's what the entertainment show calls for. Don't blame them. Don't knock WWE because they had some women dancing on one fucking show that we hoped for would be a continuation. The women, there's no reason they shouldn't have been on this past week, especially with Baszler showing up. You could have done something awesome with Baszler walking by them and them running away. It's an underground type of fight club. You would think, right, male-dominated, yes, because it's an underground fight club. But with the women slowly showing up, you could still have the girls. I doubt you're going to see 2. I doubt it's going to be half women and half fucking men at this underground fight club. And it's not realistic if so. It's okay for a woman to be beautiful. It's okay for a woman, for a female, to be sexy. Why in 2020 is it no longer believable or obtainable for a female to act and look sexy on screen without people thinking that she's not being taken seriously, that she's ruining what women stand for today? What do women stand for today? Empowerment, that they're better, than they're smarter than men? I'll admit they are. Women are so much more hotter than men. Thankfully. That's awesome. Good for me anyway. I get to look at beautiful women every time I step out of my house. Women are beautiful. They're smarter, no question. Every good guy needs a great woman behind them, or else that good guy is not going to accomplish anything. A great woman will help a stupid dude, because a lot of us, deep down, we're not all that bright in areas we should be. Even the smartest CEOs. Men have a lot of holes in our game. We just do. But that's cool. You get a great woman, and they will help you along the way. But women, absolutely. They're smart. They're beautiful. They're just knowledgeable in every which way. They got such big hearts. There's no question. But they can dance on a TV show and not be reprimanded or ridiculed for it because it doesn't meet your CEO standard or because they're not in a suit. An underground Raw segment had some dancers, and Alundra Blaze goes nuts. Lance Storm is calling for Chippendale dancers, and we're calling for equality, hashtag. And fans are going nuts and ballistic. This is too far. We're going back to 1990s, and this is why society is in a rut. No, society's in a rut because you cannot watch a TV show with some girls that are fully clothed doing some dance moves. That's what butt hurts you in 2020. And that's why people today would never survive in the 1940s, 50s, 20s, 30s. I'll be amazed if you could even survive in the 80s. Today, everybody is coddled. A woman that's dancing makes everybody fucking all butthurt. Grown men went on social media, and this is too far. There's sexy women on screen. I can't watch. Mom, what the fuck? Vince is putting sexy women on the TV. Mom, why is this happening, Mom? 29-year-old dude. Mom, sexy women on the TV. Are they naked, Timmy? No, they're fully clothed, but it looks short. It looks like they're... I don't know, Mom. I don't like... It's not wrestling. This is where we're at. How the fuck would these people survive back in the day? I love evolution. I love... if you follow this channel, you know that I love just like things getting better, right? I love the evolution of just us getting smarter and mature as we grow. Is mature a word? That's something I'm going to learn even better going forward. English. There you go. See? I'm going to keep learning. More mature. How's that? I love getting more mature, more smarter as I get older. And I'm sure you guys do too. It's the evolution of life in itself. I love that. And I love seeing society and communities get better and better. But we can't get better and better. We can't truly evolve if this is where we're at. We're just going to cancel things because you get butthurt over it. I watched that. There was not a time where I said, whoa, the women are being treated bad here. Or, whoa, the evolution just took 10 steps backwards. I didn't look at those females and think, wow, this is bad, man. They should not be showcased like this. Never did I think that. Never did that cross my mind. I saw a segment like from a TV movie, like a Fight Club, and I said, that fits. It's entertainment. That fits the scene. It fits the scene in a movie. Why would it not fit the scene? I'm going to blow my mic out here, but I have to, what? But it was, or TV show, other genre. I don't care if I'm blowing the mic out. I don't care if you could even make out what I said. I just had to let that out. At the end of the day, it is a fucking entertainment show that had some women dancing, couple of segments together. If you combined it, you maybe saw them for 15 seconds, 20 seconds tops. That's tops. And people lost their minds. Listen, if you saw Liv Morgan with Mandy Rose and Lana and Natty, and those were the four women, right? Those are your four blondes up there. Scantily clad dancing, then maybe we can talk, okay, is that the best way to use your female wrestling talent? Then we can talk. Then we can have a discussion and a conversation. But four ladies that are dancers, I don't even care if they're developmental talent. They're obviously not pro wrestlers on the main stage yet. So, if Vince is gonna ask, hey, do you want to get on the, do you want to do, yeah, I fucking love dancing, dude, yep. I get to have clothes on too? Cool. Raw Underground, let's do it. I'll fucking dance. We'll get some TV time. I get a paycheck. I get money. And no harm, no foul. No, these poor ladies are ridiculed. Why did you do that? You're setting women backwards. How can you dance on TV? If it seems I went too long on this, it's not long enough. That's just one problem in today's fucking society that's really just boggling my mind. Canceling everything. It's fucking mind-boggling bullshit. I stand with Liv Morgan. Alundra Blaze put a sock in it. Lance Storm, shut up, Lance! Liv Morgan, who is obviously a badass, beautiful female. I'm so glad that she is fighting the opposition. She took a lot of heat for her words. But Liv Morgan is like, women can be beautiful and sexy and badass and still dance. You can't take away their jobs, because where does it end? Then my friend who travels the country with big name musicians, she's out of a job. That's what you're telling me, because I've seen some of her outfits, and that's what the scene, the song on tour, that's what it calls for. It's theatrics at its finest. You're gonna take her job? Why? Because there's more females than male dancers on that tour? Or the majority of the songs called for female dancers? It's just what it called for. But you don't like it because it's setting women back. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It starts with WWE. It goes into Hollywood. It already started in Hollywood. It goes into the music industry. And then what? These women who make a career out of being amazing dancers, they do shit that I couldn't even fathom. A lot of females that I know couldn't fathom because they're friends of the same person I'm friends with. We all went to high school together. And I know a lot of females that are like, what the fuck? She is killing it. They dedicate their life. They bust their asses. They hurt their bodies dancing. Dancing is not easy. And you're going to take their jobs because why? You didn't like their costumes? You don't like the fact that they're dancing and not driving a monster truck or kicking ass or being a CEO in a company because today's female has to be equal to a man or they're not doing due diligence or justice? There's no equal to a man. Women are far surpassed men. Women are fucking dominant in every area. And I don't mind that. I'll be the first to admit that. I think that's awesome. You don't have anything to prove to men. You don't have anything to prove to society. As women, you keep kicking ass the way you are, and you're going to continue to dominate. The rest of the country will catch up. I agree with Liv. The evolution in the world for women keeps on growing. Something like that will never tear it down. It's just going to empower them more. It's okay. The message should be it's okay for women to be beautiful and sexy, feel that way, and want to portray that to the world. It's okay not to wear a men's suit to work or a women's suit or whatever you want to call it. It's okay not to wear a fucking skirt down to your fucking calves. It's okay not to hold the CEO position. It's okay not to drive a monster truck or be a pro wrestler. To be a dominant, powerful, empowered woman and a female. It's okay to be beautiful, sexy, and dominate at things like dancing. It's okay for a woman to dance. And on TV. You see it on WWE. Oh, we're taking steps backwards. Here we go. It's the Attitude Era. So what? We can never have women dancing again with short shorts? Is that what you're telling me? We can never again have that. I'm fucking done. I'm absolutely fucking done. Is this cold? Ah, it's fucking, I'm done with that too. That's cold. I gotta get another one. That's it, guys. Thank you for this impromptu vid. I'll hopefully have AEW's review early morning. If I do NXT, it's probably gonna be live tomorrow afternoon. So for those of you that missed live streams, I did 2 of them so far. I might do NXT because obviously it's just easier for me. If I do AEW in the morning, I'm not gonna have... that's the whole problem that I've ran into the past several weeks. I'm just running into time restraints doing 2 separate videos. I used to do them both in one, and that's still taking up so much time. So I might do AEW in the morning, and maybe I'll do NXT live tomorrow afternoon. So stay stubbed and notified. Much love to all you guys. Thank you for listening to this rant because it needs to be said. Whether you agree with the Amplified Man or not, hopefully you can at least respect that I have a different opinion than yours. And just like I respect your opinion, you know, and I just question a lot of where we're headed. But we can all have discussions about this, man, and still be cool with one another. And that's why I don't like Liv Morgan taking a lot of heat. Because she's just, you know, she left that first comment about, hey, Raw, can we bring back the dancers? And she took a lot of heat. And I'm glad she doubled down. And I'm glad that Liv Morgan said, it's okay to be beautiful and to dance and to be sexy. You could still be empowered. It's not taking any evolution back. So I have to stand up for Liv Morgan and individuals in these circumstances who don't have videos like this to really stand up for themselves. Liv Morgan only has about 140 characters on social media. I have a platform where I can speak my words out and reach thousands as well. And that's what I'm doing with this platform. I have to stand up for people like Liv Morgan, who I feel, you know what, she's being attacked and brought down for reasons that are just unjustifiable. And I won't fucking have it. I won't stand for it. Women are beautiful. Women are always going to be empowered and should be. And dominant and badass, but you can be it in different ways. You ain't got to be the CEO. You ain't got to drive a monster truck. You ain't got to be a pro wrestler. You can dance. You can dance in short shorts. And you're still going to be an empowered, beautiful, sexy, badass female. I hope that's the message that females get in this world. But what do I know? I'm just a fucking dude going through this canceled world. Much love to all you guys. Coffees and ass whippings. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully for a double review. Until then, check you later.